Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. Thank you so much for that introduction. I want to appreciate my fathers and my mothers in the house. All protocol duly observed. Okay, because of our time, I will just go straight to our talk today. I'll be talking on what I call delaying the onset of, preventing the onset of non-communicable diseases. So, yeah, to start with, I'll go to the next slide. We'll talk about what are non-communicable diseases. Okay. So there are two sets of diseases. One is non-communicable, and the other one is communicable. So non-communicable one is those ones that are infectious. That means if someone have it, he can transfer it to another person. Then there's a very popular, notorious one. Who knows it? There's one that is very, very popular, very recent. Me, I think COVID-19 is the most notorious. Okay, it's the most popular. Don't let me say, because if you check the internet, please check the time for me. I didn't check. Please, once and 5 minutes, just let me know. So it's a communicable disease. So that means if someone have it, you sit next to the person can transfer. You share spoon, like you share sweat. Someone sweats, you kiss, intimacy, you can get it. So the one I'm talking about today is the one that cannot be transferred from someone to the other person. So non-communicable disease are disease that normally happen because we are growing old. How many people use glasses? Maybe we did not start using glasses, but you get to a point you feel that, oh, I cannot see, let me go get glasses. Because the body is doing what is growing old. Even great men in the Bible were told that their eyes went dim. So the same way, the body system in general, it is, I won't say depreciating, but of course getting old. So the system might not function as much as it is. So definitely most of these things set in. But definitely what we can do, number one, is these things can be prevented and it can be delayed. Now, other factors that link to non-communicable disease are, it could be genetics. Sometimes when we have parents that have some of these things, we might also have it, okay? Hereditary, and sometimes it could be due to aging, or sometimes it could be due to lifestyle. So I want to talk more specifically on the lifestyle today. Can we go to the next slide? All right, so these are the all non-communicable diseases that are classified into 4. Okay, there are others, but the most common, and I call them most notorious ones that you see are cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, cancers, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disorders. When you talk about cardiovascular diseases, that's just the term, but it's just about disease of the heart, anything that affects the heart. And the most important that I say that you can monitor and work on is hypertension. Because hypertension is two-dimensional. I'll talk about it later. It can happen because there's a cardiovascular disease, and it can lead to other cardiovascular. So it's in the middle. If a person is hypertensive, it might be because he has a cardiovascular disease, or hypertension can cause cardiovascular. And that's why hypertension must be monitored well. The other one is diabetes. Simply means the blood sugar is high, sugar. Then cancer and lungs, disease that has to do with the lungs. And next slide. Okay, so this chart is not clear, but the red part is the part that tells you this is the those 4 diseases. How many did I say we have? Okay, what are they? Sorry, I've turned everybody to medical students today. Okay, just know disease of the heart, blood sugar, cancers, and disease of the lungs. So the one that affects people most, that kill people most, no, don't let me use that word. The one that affects people most is cardiovascular disease, although cancer is more deadly, but the fact remains, especially those people of African origin, most people have it. They have one or more risk factors for this. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so there are risk factors. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about the genetic part. I want to talk about the parts that we can handle. So there are risk factors for this. That means the things that you do that can make this thing happen faster. Some people, if they have good lifestyle, they might have diabetics in their system, but they will never come up with diabetes until they die. Some people come up with diabetics or some of these diseases maybe when they are 90 or above 90 because of the lifestyle they live. Not that it's not there, but the onset is delayed. So lifestyle is what you do. Biological means what happens inside you. So what happens inside you, you might not be able to correct it, but at least what you do, you can correct it. Am I right? And what you do affects what is inside you. So let's talk about the lifestyle. So next slide, please. All right, so lifestyle-related risk factors. The first one I want to talk about, which we all know, but I'll still talk about it, is exercise. Please don't sit down on your seat from morning till night. Please exercise. Now, when we talk about exercise, most of us think, oh, I must go to gym. In fact, it's a deception. Don't go to gym to exercise. Exercise in your house. Don't change your pants. Don't change your shoe. When it's time to exercise, just stand up and exercise. You have to make it a habit. If you check your Facebook every day, you need to exercise. If you eat every day, you need to exercise. If you sleep and wake up, that means you have time to exercise. Because exercise is like, sometimes you take car for servicing, right? That's what exercise does. So, people that gym, you see that their muscle is bigger, right? You can see it. So when you exercise, your internal organ, because blood pumps to your cells, the internal organ, they are made of cells. So when you exercise, blood pumps in and pumps out, and it's faster. So it does something to them. It brings energy. It's as blood comes in and comes out, it makes them feel healthy. That's the best way I can explain it. So physical exercise is very important for us. We must always exercise because that's the only way we can refresh our body. The body is not meant to be in this sleeping. It's not meant to be in this state, like we're always sitting down or we are always stressed. So we must come to that state of exercise. We must be doing it. It's just like we are refreshing and servicing our body. And according to the World Health Organization, you must exercise between 150 to 300 minutes per day. You can check it on the WHO website. So most of the things I'm saying there, they are research findings. They are not just Google search. That means every day you exercise between 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. And it's possible. How many people spend 1 hour on their Facebook? It's very possible. It's very possible. You watch movies, so it's easy. That means every day you are spending 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. You exercise. That's the only good thing you can do for yourself. Facebook, they help people much. This one will help us. And I want to say something. Don't say you must do 30 minutes every day. The second part I put there, say any amount of exercise is better than none. And more is always better. Don't say, when I started exercising, I only started with 10 minutes. So consistency is very important. Don't wait until it's 30 minutes, but just start somewhere. Okay? And I say, don't register. Don't do too much ceremony. If you want to really, just, as you sit down, just say it's time for exercise. You are just jumping. Did I change my shoe? You are just jumping. Don't need to change don't need to wear pants. You don't need to wear comfortable shoes. Just do it. If you can eat anyhow, then exercise anyhow. There's nobody giving you score for what you wear. So please exercise. Now I want to talk about diet, which is very, very, very important. And I'll just go through it. I can cover. So food intake. The food is for you to use. But most times we just eat food because we like food. Wrong. Don't eat food because the food is sweet or because you want to eat. You eat food because you need food. So, for example, let me put it this way. If you're a bricklayer, you need to eat more food, right? Then you can wake up in the morning and eat suji. It's okay. But if you work in the office, why are you eating rice before you go to the office? You don't need to, because you will not be able to burn the energy. So the reason why you will add weight, because the food you eat, the body cannot use it. Then say, let me save it for you. So you can save it in your tummy, save it so you say, I'm fat. You are not fat. You are just eating too much. So eating too much is not, so don't eat according to capacity of your tummy. Eat according to what you think you need. So even if the body is telling you, I am still hungry, say, I am done. I don't need much. I'm not doing something much today. I'm not eating more. So intake should be balanced with energy expenditure. So what you take should balance with your energy expenditure, okay? And don't say, because I'm pregnant, baby eats. They say, baby, you eat for two. Those ones are deception. Don't let anybody deceive you. Eat for yourself based on your energy expenditure. Then intake of saturated fats and trans fat. This one, I'll take it together. How many people know butter? Margarine, or what they call it. It's in a solid state. It's not supposed to be in a solid state because it has been saturated by dehydrogenate. They did some process. Anyway, if you eat it, the components stay in your body like that. If you eat it. I'm trying to explain it. I don't want to use the terms. Okay? So when you eat it, the component stays like that. So some of these fats, they settle in the blood. The blood vessels like a pipe. So they settle there. They are still there. Even though, so the way you see it physically, that's the way. So you are not supposed to take too much of this fat because there are different types of fats in the body. Some of these saturated fat, all this butter, they have a lot of bad fat components. So you must reduce the quantity that you take. So how do you know? In Malaysia, I don't know if it happens in Nigeria. Any food you buy, what is inside that food is on the pack. So when you see any food that has trans fat, saturated fat, then you know that this one is what you take once in a month or once in. It's not something you be eating every day. Some of these food we eat, they are just for us to celebrate parties and mark birthdays. All these McDonald's, they are not supposed to be. I want to take dinner. We are taking McDonald's. Please eat cook food that has eat at home and take food that have less of this material. Then sugar intake, please. It's things we hear everywhere, but it's the fact. If you take food that have too much sugar, you are giving your pancreas too much work to do, and it can get exhausted. Just like you work in the laundry, and every day you just laundry just 10 clothes per day, and all of a sudden they give you 100 clothes, and you have 3 staffs. The 3 staffs might break down because they are doing too much work. Now that's what sugar does. Sugar, when you eat sugar, it pump. You know, it's highly glycemic. I mean, I can't remember the word now. So it goes into the body a lot. So the pancreas has to work fast to clear it. So if it continues doing that, it's not good for the system. So that's why some people, when they measure their blood sugar is high, they will tell them, or maybe they are just at the borderline, they will tell them, stop eating carbohydrates so that your pancreas can have some time to rest. Then, please, salt. Salt is not, you can even do without salt. It's not, especially if you have trace of blood pressure, you don't really have much needs to do with salt. Then, portion your food. By the time you are taking a plate of rice and a cup of Coke, that's like 3 days food, I'm telling you, or a whole day food. The rest is already too much sugar. You now top it up with a can of Coke. So portion your food. So to me, I don't believe that there's certain things you should not eat. But there are certain things you should not, like alcohol, maybe you don't eat. But there are certain things you should eat in very small quantity. So if you want to eat rice, honestly, rice, if you eat rice that is full, my hand is okay for you as an adult. You don't really need to eat until your stomach is heavy. And on top of it, just take cold water. It will be healthy. Then fasting, please. Fasting is like you just let your body rest. You see, all of these are fathers in redemption camp that they are looking old, but they are looking healthy. Let me tell you, it's because of fast. You know what fast does? It makes your body, you know, sometimes when you are working, they will give you leave, and you must take the leave by force. They won't say, why? It's not because they like you. You think that they give you 25 days leave. They want you to go and rest by force so that you can come back, what? Refresh and do their work better. Please, if you want your body to rest, give your body leave. Sometimes, we have sometimes 50 days fast. Please partake. It's not, nobody has ever died for fasting. You break in the morning, you fast in the morning, you break maybe 5, 6, you will not die. But let me tell you, this thing that you say, don't eat too much food. Sometimes some people say, when I go home, I wake up hunger. I'm very hungry in the middle of the night. It's just for a time. By the time your body knows that is the way you want to handle it, your body will agree to you. Don't agree to the body. Say, this is, you already wake you up in the night. I'm done for it. I'm not eating again. You are my body. Listen to me. I'm not giving you food today. Okay, we are done. With time. Even if you now if you want to sleep, you want to eat, you now feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so let's go to I won't talk about alcohol and tobacco smoking because I don't expect anybody to, okay. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so biological risk factor is obesity. Obesity does not mean you are looking fat. You need to check your BMI. So the correct one is the one I highlighted in green. We have time to read it. If you are above, you are underweight, you need to eat more. If you are below, then you need to check it. There was a time I went for checkup. I thought I was normal weight. In fact, I think I was. But when I did check up, I discovered that I was already on the borderline of overweight. So don't look at yourself and look at your neighbor and say, this one is fat, this one is not fat. You cannot get it. You need to do your BMI. It's called body mass index. And the way you do it is that you check your weight and check your height. There's a calculator you can use online. But if you don't have a calculator, your weight divided by square your height. So it's kg divided by height squared. So you look for this criteria online is there. Make sure that you are always within your score. Then your blood pressure should be less than 140. Anytime you check is high, you wait for another 2 weeks to check. If you check 2 weeks interval is still high, that means you need to do something about your blood pressure. Blood sugar should be 7 mils per liter. And cholesterol also should be 5.2 moles per liter. So these are your body figures. So it's not about how handsome you are looking or how beautiful you are looking. It's about what this figure reads for you. So it is your responsibility to measure this, to know your figures. A lot of times we know our genotypes, but we don't know our figures. These are our health figures. What is your BMI? What is your blood pressure? What is your blood glucose? And what is your cholesterol reading? And for BMI, sometimes some of us, we want to lose weight. We think lose weight is been 2 weeks. We are buying herbs. See, losing weight journey is like 3 years plan. Please, don't let anybody, all these herbs, you can buy those herbs, buy those things. Those things just help you lose water. Those water will come back after some days. I know some people understand what I'm saying. You lose weight definitely because you burn the water. But those water, just give it will come back. So you should take time to reduce your food, portion your food, and do exercise. That is the one that is called weight loss. And can be a 3-year plan. So, and it's very dangerous. If you do this fast weight loss, we see you today, you are big. Tomorrow you come, you are slim. It's dangerous for your health. Please, it's very, very dangerous. Don't overstress yourself. Okay, it is your body. If anybody is not comfortable with your body, let the person go and sleep. Take your time. If you really, really want to go on a weight loss journey, please take your time. Don't be in a hurry, and so that you don't stress your body. So these are the marks. Can we go to the next slide? All right, so preventive care we need to take. We need to do blood pressure check regularly and blood glucose check. These things are readily available in the pharmacy. The blood pressure check machine is like 100 ringgit or thereabout. And we can also, so we must constantly check our figures. For body cholesterol, we might not be able to check that easily, but we must always know our values. Next slide. All right, and the last one I want to talk today is about stress. Please, we should learn to manage stress. Okay? Anything we cannot undo, that means we cannot undo. So we should not, you don't need to be stressed about anything, because it's got that stress doesn't really change anything. It just damages the body. So because stress produces 2 kinds of hormone, one can increase the blood pressure, and one can also affect blood sugar function. And when it does, it might not return back to normal. So that's why it's very dangerous. Please, one thing we must always do is to do what? Manage your stress. The Bible says, be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, no, it's not as if you have gotten the answer, but what do you have is the peace. So as a Christian, you're not supposed to have stress. You are supposed to have peace. So even if you have it or not, you still have your peace. So that's what God is assuring you. When you go to pray, you get peace, and you're able to deal with. That is the only anti-stress dose that I can present to you. So, all right, so I just want you to do something for me. Please, everybody stand up, except you are pregnant. We are going to do a quick exercise. And that will take me to the last part, which talk about health plan. And I will do that in 2 seconds, please. Don't change your show. Can we? That is so you can sit down, ma. We want to jump. So you are going to jump for me 50 times. You start jumping. If you are tired after 10, just sit down. If you are tired after 20, just sit down. If you are tired after 30, so sit down. 40, can reach 50. Then I will tell you what to do. Can we go? 1, 2.